The Great Gatsby is a film set in the Roaring Twenties following the life of Nick Carraway, a pseudo-writer at the time who begins to live in a house on West Egg, a posh island neighborhood right next door to an extremely extravagant Mr. J. Gatsby. Soon enough, he begins to notice the flaunting wealth of his neighbor and is eventually invited to one of his parties, a collection of people of all backgrounds enjoying themselves. As Nick meets and grows close to Mr. Gatsby, he becomes aware of his sheer wealth and charismatic persona. Soon enough, Nick discovers Gatsby's past connection to his cousin Daisy, who is married to unfaithful jock Tom Buchanan, who's having an affair with Mrs. Myrtle Wilson. As Nick begins to witness Gatsby's pure and unrelenting love that he holds for Daisy, as well as her mutual feelings, everything unravels, and their lives spin into chaotic and life-changing decisions and moments. Some cinematic devices that stood out to me during the film were Luhrmann's constant sweeping wide shots and intimate close-ups to emphasize grandeur of the dreamlike life as well as emotional intensity. Regarding editing, the movie had rapid cuts during party scenes to emphasize the chaotic excess. However, many slow, long-running shots, such as when Gatsby and Daisy reunited, were also shown for emotional weight. The set design was a good combination of real, large-scale shootings as well as CGI. Bright primary colors were often used to further play into the excessive, dreamlike life Gatsby lived. With lighting, similar qualities were shared. High contrast lighting was used to heighten the dreaminess of Gatsby's world. Golden hues and vibrant lights were used to make the parties feel enchanting. However, the darker and shadowed lighting was used during moments of tension, such as the Plaza Hotel confrontation between Gatsby and Tom. Moving on to performance analysis, Leonardo DiCaprio's Jay Gatsby plays an incredibly charismatic role for the majority of the film, and you can't really help but think that besides his use of old sport in just about every sentence, it's his true playboy personality. Eventually, however, he becomes vulnerable and it captures the raw emotion of Gatsby and what he truly feels towards Daisy. He falls from a mysterious man of pure exuberance to a clingy lover of past connections. Tobey Maguire plays Nick Carraway really well. He's young and curious at the beginning of the film, and we slowly see his quick liking of Gatsby flutter into a complete fascination with him, and he carries it all the way to the present time as he relives his memories. He's calm and quiet, and he has a reserved personality, and it fits very well into my understanding of him from the novel. His arc is he grows from curious and a spectator to a disillusioned critic of pure wealth, because he sees what it does to someone like Gatsby. Moving on, we have Carey Mulligan, who plays Daisy. She does a very good job at capturing her fragility emotionally and physically, but she lacks depth that the book gave her and emotional impact from my memory of when I read it. And her arc is she struggles between her want for love and security, but chooses the easy way out by sticking with Tom. Lastly, Joel Edgerton plays Tom, and it was a perfect choice in terms of casting. He plays the role of the ex-jock really, really perfectly, and captures his ego and red flags, including abuse, harassment, and unfaithfulness, to an absolute T. And as a character, he doesn't have much of an arc, he just remains a symbol of pure privilege and wealth. The themes discussed in this film include the tainting of the American dream. As Nick comes to New York to chase the American dream, he sees the corruption of it through materialism and pure desire for luxuries, which is what the original author of The Great Gatsby was going for with his theme. And also there's the destructive power of nostalgia and old memories that should be better left behind, and it shows how they can drive you into irregular behavior. The messages of this movie are quite important to learn, and director Baz Luhrmann attempts to grasp the attention of the younger viewers through striking visuals and more modern music choices. Gatsby's fate symbolizes the ultimate message of how the American dream is broken and unattainable, or at the very least costs you. Moving on to directorial style, Baz Luhrmann's director style fuses spectacle, heightened emotion, and bold visual storytelling. The Great Gatsby exemplifies the signature use of kinetic camera movements, which is just very, very rapid cuts and camera movement, vibrant color palettes, and more modern music to modernize the jazz age. His rapid cuts and extravagant set pieces capture the era's excess and materialism, and intimate close-ups that he uses and slow motion emphasize Gatsby's longing for Daisy. Luhrmann balances these grand theatrics with deep romantic tragedy, and it makes Gatsby's dream feel both dazzling and bright, but also doomed. For overall impressions, the film held my attention and kept me really entertained, with striking visuals and unexpected music choice at the beginning, especially considering why would you hear Jay-Z in the Roaring Twenties? But the actors and actresses do an amazing job for the most part, and the film definitely captures the flamboyance of the Roaring Twenties and Mr. Gatsby. If you're a true fan of the book, you can look at this film as a glass half empty or half full. Even me, being someone who's read the book, I would say that this film is about an 82% filled glass of champagne, and it checks all the basic boxes for me and is quite a good watch that holds my attention. Thank you.